What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Vilma. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how to know your undertone, your skin tone, and your skin type in order for you to find the right foundation. It's very important that you know these three, at least for me in my experience. Without knowing any of these, I always bought the wrong foundation, and as funny as it sounds, you just end up spending a lot of money. It doesn't look right, it doesn't sit right, and all that jazz. Now, skincare is a completely different video. I believe I have uploaded a prep your skin before applying foundation to avoid a cake face. So today is just going to be on how you learn how to find your undertone, your shade, and your skin type. Now, just for reference, I'm an NC30 by MAC, and for me, medium skin tone, it starts at NC30, if I'm not mistaken, all the way to NC42. Now, if you are a little bit darker or deeper in skin tone and you still consider yourself medium skin tone, please comment below, because I do not wish to offend anybody. But in my kind of like experience and of medium skin tones, that's kind of like a bracket right there. Now, NC30 is kind of like the lighter spectrum of medium skin tone. And once again, if you are lighter and you feel like you're still in the medium spectrum, please comment below, because I do not wish to offend anybody. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm an NC30, and NC30, my skin tone is quite yellow. Whether I'm very fair or at my palest, I'm always yellow in undertone. And the way I found that out was by using jewelry against my skin. Now, I use a lot of like gold and kind of like rose gold because I feel like it looks a lot better on my skin tone. But if you want to try and find out what type of undertone you have, it's just by using either gold or silver against your skin, and whatever looks better on your skin tone, it's either you're cooler in undertone or you're warmer. So if your skin looks better with gold and rose gold, stuff like that, then you are warmer. And if it looks better with silver, it means you have a cooler undertone. So first things first, your undertone is very, very important. If you have a warmer undertone, then you need to look for warmer shades, especially when you go to the drugstore, because you won't be able to test them on your skin, okay, unless you don't have any makeup and you don't mind doing that. Every time I go shopping, I always have makeup on, so it's very difficult for me to try and test foundations on my skin. Testing it on your hand is going to be the wrong thing, because your skin tone on your hand is completely different from your face. More than likely your face is a little bit darker and your hand is a little bit more cooler tone, although still warmer. It's going to be a lot lighter than your face. The best place to find the right match for you is by testing foundation on your jawline. Okay, my face is darker than my neck, but the best place to test foundations is on my jawline. So I always tend to test, or when I go to department stores, they test at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 shades against my skin, and the one that disappears, kind of like melts into your skin, that is going to be the right shade for you. Now, if you have warmer undertone, you need to look for shades that are yellow or kind of like golden in undertone, and that will be kind of like the spectrum that you need to look for. If a foundation looks a little bit too neutral or pink, it's not going to be the right shade for you. Another thing that you can do when you go to the drugstore and you're not entirely sure what shade is going to be matching your skin tone, I would recommend taking a foundation that you already use on your day-to-day basis in a little container, take it to the drugstore or even the foundation itself, and match it against other foundations. That is going to help you so much finding a foundation from a different brand that actually matches that particular foundation you're already using. So for me, I know by being an NC30, by having a yellow undertone and being medium skin tone, more than likely the shades that would suit me, for example, from the drugstore, are either beige, natural beige, golden medium. Those are the shades that I look for. More than likely, foundation shades at the drugstore have similar names, so you will either be golden medium, golden beige, neutral beige, and stuff like that. So those are the shades that I look for. Anything that has toffee, caramel going to be too warm for me. Anything that has ivory in it is either going to be neutral or pink, so I know not to look for those shades because they're going to be completely wrong. So my perfect drugstore foundation shades usually are natural beige or golden medium, something like that. So once you know your undertone and the shade for you, you need to learn your skin type, and this is very important. Skin type can either make or break your foundation. I have combination to oily skin, and if I go for a foundation that tells me it's going to be extremely glowy or dewy, it's not going to work for me whatsoever. It's going to start breaking down. It's going to make me look oily. I'm going to have to retouch with powder throughout the day and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, more than likely, I will look cakey. So knowing your skin type is very, very important. If your skin creates oil within a couple of hours without wearing makeup, you're just wearing your normal skincare, you have combination to oily skin. If your skin has dry patches, kind of like, you know, it could be in different areas. A lot of people have dry patches like around their nose. I have it as well, although I have combination to oily skin. Then that means that your skin could be either dry or just combination, like in between normal and dry. If your skin doesn't get oily, you don't have dry patches and so forth, you have perfect skin, and I'm envious of you. You have normal skin. So knowing your skin type is so important, because if you have very oily skin, you will need to use more than likely foundations that are matte, oil-free, and oil-free I would definitely recommend for the majority of skin types. And you would need a foundation that does not say glowy on it, that doesn't have, because a lot of foundations that say natural finish, sometimes at the drugstore, a natural finish foundation will give you a glowy finish, and maybe that's not what you're looking for. I would definitely recommend either a matte or satin type of finish foundation for a skin type combination to oily. And if you have normal, you can wear any type of foundation because it's going to work for you. And if you have normal to dry or very dry skin, hydrating foundations would probably work best for you. So now that you have these 3 steps of finding out your skin undertone, whether you're yellow, pink, or neutral, and so forth, your shade, whether you're light, medium, or deeper in skin tone, and your skin type, whether you're combination to oily, normal, or normal to dry, you will find it a lot easier to find your foundation, whether it's at the drugstore or in a department store. If you go to a department store, do not be afraid of asking for samples. Do a little bit of research before you go out and buy a foundation, because if you go on YouTube, which is the best place to find descriptions, people's opinions on a particular product, more than likely you will know if you should dive into a foundation that somebody's saying it's for dry skin or somebody saying it's for combination to oily skin. It's the perfect time for you to do a little bit of research. It will save you a little bit of money, and more than likely you will know which foundation to go for. So those are my tips for you to learn about your skin. I do hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below what type of steps you took to find out your skin type, your shade, and your undertone. Comment below, because a lot of us do like to read the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.